Nordstrom. That's an NPC name right there. Let's get started, shall we? What happened last time? Good bit of stuff happened last time.
Actually, that's true.
I love that O was playing Baldur's Gate 3 so he could play D&D while playing D&D.
So I actually just got back on my laptop and realized I never logged off.
Oh, that'll do it.
Yo, save the game. Wait, make 2 saves. One might be corrupted.
Always double save.
Yeah. Save corruption aside, this campaign isn't corrupted, not yet. What happened last time?
So, where do we start? We got
Puzzle.
through the beat. Yes, we got through the... Oh, no, I'm thinking 2 sessions ago. We started in the final chamber.
Puzzle chamber, yes.
Yes.
Versus the...
Time.
Yeah.
Time itself.
Just time. I know, it happened so quickly that you didn't even retain it, yeah.
The headless
So
horseman.
Yeah, with the headless horseman, yeah.
Beware
30
of the horseman.
seconds left on the timer.
Yeah, there was.
And it goes for the shot. Yeah.
We had an audience with the princess after that.
And
Another
then
one, yeah.
Convince her to commit die.
Yeah. That's
Yep,
one
I
way to put it.
believe
Yeah.
that.
We
I believe that do be the term.
talked her into going peaceably into the after.
That's a more appropriate way.
There we go, yeah. That was...
More
yeah.
left me more playing it, yes.
It's how I deal with sadness. I joke about it.
True to Rose then. But nonetheless, you guys took the Gravelight from that district. And afterwards?
We spoke to the younger Rhetorius.
Lord Rhetorius.
Yes.
The
And
second.
he was honor bound to help us with some cheeky conversation. We talked him into giving us the Gravelight there as well. And
It's always fun playing honorable NPCs.
yeah.
He also did have his hunting beasts. Can't forget those lovely, lovely semi-alive boys. The Spinosauri. Sauruses.
Got a Chutoid.
This is true.
Luckily,
this
he
is
kept
true.
his arm.
If you've ever seen like the Spinosaurus in Ark, they're literally like big old puppy dogs.
Are they really?
Oh, they run just like puppy dogs.
Aww.
Aww. Oh, they look
Well, you should
scary.
Now you gotta kill them to take their hide. Anyway, so yeah, you guys talked to Lord Rhetorius and he gave you guys a place to take a rest of a sword. I don't remember if you guys took a short or a long rest. I believe long. Short.
Yeah, I think it was short, yeah.
Yeah,
Right. My forecasting was you to take a long rest there, but you guys didn't have to fight the Headless Horseman, so therefore you didn't need to. You took a short rest instead. You guys went to the next district. The district itself shifted around you, forming a battlescape, an arena. And then? Question mark? And then?
Indeed.
Gravelight Knight.
And?
Benny the Traitor.
Benny the bitch.
Benny the Betrayer. Gotta get the alliteration.
Ah, there you
Yeah. Damn, Benny. Not that none of us saw it coming, of course.
Yar, he betrayed him.
Not that you didn't see it coming.
go. Not that we felt we could do much, and then in hindsight, it's like, oh, we could have just taken the fucking coin. Okay, well, shit.
Yeah, oh god, yeah.
There were measures that you could have done.
Yeah. In
Try not to
hindsight,
think
yeah.
hindsight's 2020. Not think too hard on it. Such as heavy, such as life. Yeah, honestly, you guys did a pretty good showing against the Gravelight Knight, even with a betrayer in your midst. They're very good. Bested both the knight of this, I guess you might call it region of Derelict Town, as well as Benny, the bonehead laughingstock. That's the full term for his character sheet, I believe. Well, and afterwards,
I tried to operate the coin after we looked around and interacted with our shades a little bit to get us out.
Yes.
And I failed.
You did.
There's also certain.
I think we
Oh,
sort of
yeah,
just
you
played, do we just sort of like play pass the parcel with the coin until it sort of eventually works?
Yeah.
It's more like past the collection tray at church.
Yeah. Yeah.
Please
You know how to
supercharge
dump
this
magic
ring.
into it.
Mm-hmm.
And it did work eventually.
It did work a
Yeah,
bit.
yeah. I think Rose got it in the end, didn't she?
Which is funny because I think I had the hardest DC technically.
Pretty close to Fia's, like by I think just one. I think
Oh, okay.
don't quote me on that, but yeah, it was still decently hard.
Yeah, it was 1 or 2.
Yeah, something like that. And then you guys got Beam Me Up Scotty out of Derelict Town, out of this region of Derelict Town.
Yeah.
And now we go to the next region. No, I was kidding.
No! An important detail we did miss is that Annabelle did. I think it was Annabelle. She did mention,
Annabelle.
oh yeah, this person that Fia worked for. Yeah, he was traitorous and very.
Which
Oh,
Eric will
yeah,
have a
yeah,
talk
that
with you
makes-
about in
yeah,
due time.
Just let's give
I
him a
am on Veric's shit list.
Yes.
It's just easy. Just don't have a trader's mark on your log.
Yeah, I'll
few.
try
Downside
next
is you
time.
have a massive side of your face that is roasted and could potentially hide one.
See, that's the real reason behind it.
I mean, that would be.
See, the problem is you're in a situation where it's like that could be a joke or that could be you trying to hide it, and I don't know if you're.
Yeah, see, I'm just bluffing. That's the.
That'd be the fun one. Anyways.
Alrighty. Let me just change the music. I need some calm underwater music. I don't want to use any of the music I have.
Don't use a
before.
haunting one.
I said calm.
Under the sea.
When I look up calm underwater music, I just get a bunch of meditation shit. God fucking damn it.
What is that?
I
the
guess I
sound of
shouldn't be
a
too
drum?
surprised.
With the
Oh,
whale.
Ooh, actually. Let me see if this is as I remember it, because I think I might have one. The intro, the title screen to Chrono Cross was pretty chill underwater music.
I really need to play that. I never played that one.
You doing this right now? Okay, this is the opening music, not the title.
Oh yeah, no, that's Times Square.
Hey, this does work. It's only 2 minutes long, but that's what repeat's for. Repeat ad infinitum.
I love that.
Well, now
It has some of the most beautiful music.
Well, now we can listen to it. So, let's get right into it then, shall we? You guys have just bested both the Gravelight Knight and Benny, and both that fight and the town itself. I shall assume you have resigned. You guys may have that conscious effort when you guys were leaving Annabelle's district, after all. So, go you. Even though you were once in a dry environment, you guys are instantly shifted from gravelight and gloom and dryness to aquatic bioluminescence, underwater moonlight, and obviously the water. It is night. But even the night is brighter than Derelict Town's gloom. You guys are teleported in unison, even though you guys did go through at different times. I'm well aware. Consider it a vessel leaving Derelict Town, and you guys have paid whatever ferryman that teleports you an according coin. Oh, Harold Charon. You guys are quote unquote past Derelict Town. You guys could see that a ways away, I don't know, give a couple 100 feet, maybe just 100 feet, a semi-familiar entryway into Derelict Town. If you guys want to just go for round 2. A foolish mistake, truly, but nonetheless one that's there. Similar to the one you guys initially entered through when you were fleeing the crabs. Speaking of those crabs, Lorelei does take the time to look around to see if, by any unfortunate circumstance, there are any crabs.
Can I assist such?
Roll perception. You just roll perception advantage.
Bop, bop,
It is.
bop, bop. Hey,
Oh,
start off
it's on the
good.
day off right. It's on the day off right.
All right, all ones from here on out.
With a bowl of Frosted Flakes. Just kidding. Frosted Flakes is trash. That's trash. You look around and you don't see any crabs hiding, lurking, scuttling. You do see a vessel a ways away, though, with a number of figures now descending into the water, they're pretend like a steamboat, not an actual steamboat, like in terms of like there's a steam engine on it, but that size, sort of southern steamboat. People are sitting at the edge, legs tucked into the boat itself, and then just rolling backwards, diving into the water. Simultaneously, as this is going on, a series of bright objects are being hurled into the water, forming a trail from you guys to them. We'll get to that in a second. As Lorelei and Rose busying themselves in making sure you guys are, some doctors do, crab-free, the rest of you note, or maybe Lorelei and Rose as well simultaneously, but your guys' attention on other matters, that you guys are on some sort of slab, covered in sand, but the brightness of the, I suppose you can call incantations, carvings, sigildry, if we want to go real detailed on it, are so bright with grave light that they actually illuminate through the sand, enlightening you all to its presence. I know the answer for Ruhan, but those of you that aren't looking for crabs, how much experience do you have with the Nevros? Their culture in specific, not like I kill Nevros all the time. No, I mean their culture, their internal machinations.
Probably not too much, to be honest.
Korik would be familiar with some, I would say, some surface stuff, having traveled a lot, interacted with a lot of people.
I would say Korik, because of the topic, you probably might know a little bit more than you as Fred would allude to. I'll say, I already know the answer for Roy, he just gets this, but for Korik, roll background info with advantage. Fia, just roll it. Maybe you might have heard stories and tales of it. Unfortunate.
Staying on point.
Meanwhile,
Oh wait, why is mine advantage?
You might have had it toggled on still.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
take the
Yeah, neither of you recognize it.
Yeah.
how are we only getting
Luckily-
twos on the guidance real quick?
I mean, statistically, it's 25% chance.
Yeah.
Ruhan, you recognize, see as the other two don't, you recognize the aesthetic, so to speak, the style of these things. Now, we all know, or at least I hope we all know, Nevros has no written script. But that's not to say the Nevros people are incapable of drawing, artistry, stuff like that. Every culture has, culture to it. The Nevros place a large amount of this, they put a large amount of symbology into this. I suppose a decent equivalent is in, I'm not sure if it's Islamic regions or if like the places like influenced by Islam or just the Middle East in general. But in Islam, you can't have sort of the contradictory of Christianity. You can have no depictions of the Prophet Muhammad. So none of that shit. So as a result, Islamic, Muslim places have a very vibrant attire and design and decorative style in place of what Christianity does. Cross here, Jesus, stuff like that. Virgin Mary. again, it's a bit of a flip. Similar to the Nevros. They don't have words. They have no script. But they do have a large amount of rolling aesthetic and iconography. So too is on this slab. That upon the slab is similar to paint preparation on people. So Nevros obviously have a lot of war paint, but they paint for other stuff as well. They paint their dead. They paint the people that prepare their dead. A lot of ritualistic preparation. There is a almost not mosaic, cyclical illustration to this slab, along with such symbology. The imagery on the slab itself shows a, how to put this? It shows a prosperous town, a prosperous civilization, so to speak, which then eventually cycles into a ruined land of death and destruction, a ruinous remains. So this is the central image. Surrounding the central image is a very peculiar duality of iconography, talking about both the dead, so the stuff you would paint on the dead, as well as the stuff you paint on the people that prepare the dead to ward off evil spirits or spirits that just want to latch onto something because they're not ready to go yet. Simultaneously, that of captive and the person that holds the captive, a warden. Say peculiar image, iconography, symbology, etc. And as moment by moment passes, the light remains for a good couple minutes. It does eventually start to fade, the grave light illuminating it rather, fading in a similar manner as to how when you guys make districts go dark. No Benny this time though, it does it on its own volition. Given enough time, the whole image, the whole slab underneath you, the stone slab underneath you, goes dark. And the sand that covers it shrouds it entirely, hiding its presence utterly. You guys are in the bottom of the ocean.
Sands take all.
I'm not sure if that's what they mean by it, but I'll take it. Now, Abigail looks at the approaching figures swimming towards you. I believe we have company.
Do they look like they're armed?
Yes.
Do they look like they're going to shoot us?
Potentially.
Cool.
Do
They
Gun.
look like Nevros?
Nevros don't have guns.
Hey.
I mean, not initially.
A very fair point. A very fair point.
Do we recognize them at all?
I don't know. How to determine this? Fuck it, all you just roll me luck. D100.
Okay.
DC will be 40 and below.
Oh, damn.
Well,
My goodness. Alright. That's what's up. Alright.
I don't think Ruhan notices people are coming.
It's just like, oh man, this
Hey, that's
symbology.
fair. You're probably trying to like mentally record, like, not photographic memory, we're not there yet, keep in mind, but you're trying to mentally record like that what you just saw on the stone slab underneath you. Fia and Rose, yeah, you guys recognize them. Fia, you recognize their archetype more than anything. Rose, you probably have seen these people before. These are Maestro acquisition agents. Fia, you recognize these sorts of people as how to put armed research assistants.
Okay.
I don't know about you guys, but I am not in a. I'm not fit for fight. I think words, if we can, is the preferable option here.
I
Fully
think that
agreed.
is
I
manageable.
am tapped out.
A bright light begins ascending from the water surface, slowly drifting down. Korik, you recognize this. This is just an object with a light spell cast on it. You mean any of you guys with a light spell probably
Recognize the technique. Yeah, Rose is gonna Rose is gonna store her weapons as like a sign of good faith or don't kill us.
They swim over to you guys, this team of them, 6 or so, half a dozen. They speak to a Rebriever. Don't worry, I won't be doing this all the time. What's up, Bob?
I would say I think Ruhan sort of just transfixed on the slab, and he just like sort of starts drifting over to it while this is happening.
Begin like pawing aside some of the sand that's snowing over it, so to speak. Looking deeply and intently at it. Ruhan, you could tell there's multiple magics at work with this thing. Not even necessarily by the feel of magic, but just by the design of it. How to put this? It's like making a multicultural holy water. AKA, you put a little thing from every bit of culture into a holy water and pray that it fucking works. It's like that. In this case, there's no prayer associated with it. It works.
Yeah, it's like, I pray out to anyone listening. Help me.
It's like the guy. It's like the Weasley guy in the Mummy, where he pulls out a necklace of like 15 different.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it just keeps going.
He
Which one's gonna
starts
work?
speaking different languages to see which
Can
one
I-
might have a reaction with the Mummy.
Can I give you something ironic here?
What?
His name's Benny.
Oh, the end!
I don't.
Oh my
think
God.
that's so great. That's just great.
I told you guys I'm tapping into my cosmic power. So yeah, Ruhan is very attentive towards the slab right now. Here's the thing, like the group approach it doesn't like they're not swimming with you, the guns pointed at you. They have the guns ready, they're unshouldered, and I'm not sure how you really shoulder a gun underwater, but whatever. They have the guns out and ready, but not pointed and aimed at you guys. So
In case shit goes wrong, mode.
basically. One of the quote-unquote lead, the person in front, it doesn't necessarily correspond with the leader, but the person in front swims up to you guys a bit closer than the rest of his fellows, who sweep out. They sort of divide left and right, forming a perimeter around you guys. Well, I'll be damned. You know, we got orders to be waiting for you out here. I thought it was a waste of time.
Looks to Abigail.
I'd say she smiles, but it's hard to see that with the retriever. Her eyes smile.
There you go.
You alright?
It's just good to see a friendly face for once.
Ha! Not the usual reaction we get.
Wow,
Sure.
that's
Good to see you.
Universal.
Big pal there.
Sorry.
no.
How they alright? He says, looking at Ruhan.
I think he's occupied.
Well, we got the spot marked down. If you guys want to come back here at any later time.
Never sounds good to me.
Fair enough. It's alright, lad. You're alright. You're all alright now. He throws a thumb over his shoulder, pointing at the vessel some 100 feet away. Hundreds of feet away. We're ready to get you
Ruhan
line
just kinda,
side.
like, snaps out of it and looks over. Oh, hello. Is this yours?
The slab. Nay.
Oh, okay.
Honestly,
He's
didn't
gonna
realize
try
it was
to
there.
just break off that piece that he was looking at.
Ooh, okay.
This is him asking for it, just like touching the fucking rock again. It's like, did they say I
The
can't
slab,
touch
I
it?
will say the slab itself isn't it's not like massive like Stonehenge size. Like it's not like even that big. Like when you guys teleport here, you guys are pretty like next to each other. I would say it's only like I'd say it's about where's my tape measure? There it is.
10, 15 feet circumference?
I don't fuck with circumference, my man. I don't know how to calculate that shit. I want to go by radius and diameter.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's probably only like an 8-foot diameter. Hello, Tango. So yeah,
Oh.
it's an 8-foot diameter, maybe like a foot, 8 or 10 inches to a foot thick. Yeah, it's pretty.
Oh.
It's pretty like contained.
Okay. Korik, would you mind holding my weapon? You're just gonna pick it up, try to pick the slab up and hold it on his back.
I mean, let's just what's your strength there? I think I already know the answer because it's an automatic value. Yeah. You're underwater, so it's lighter, and also you can actually feel the belt as if agreeing with what you're doing. It like channels energy that was previously untapped into. It begins getting the sand begins getting drifted off it. Drifted off it. There we go. Is he really gonna bring that with us?
It's
Oh,
highly
I think
potential.
maybe.
How much room do you have on that boat?
Enough room to hold us and that thing, although that's how heavy it is, that's a different statement. If nothing else, we'll make a good anchor.
Oh, hope not.
If nothing else, alright, we can swim, give the way to that thing.
I think this might be valuable beyond any riches you will find out.
Honestly, might be, which is why I'm willing to agree to take it with us. Now, come on, we'll take you to the island. Of course, it's landmass for miles, and I tell you, I want to swim back to the colony.
Shake my hand.
No, I want
Turn-
to be on dry land.
Turn to Lorelai and I just smirk through.
She's just looking at Gruon lifting this big fucking thing, like Atlas style. Just she's just like blinking. Huh?
How many tons of stone is that?
You ready to go surface side?
She looks at you, gets a big smile. Yes. Well, there's the chip of spirit. Come on. Let's follow the agents.
Do you need help with that, Ron?
You know, as soon as we get above water, that seems likely.
Yeah. Varric does swim to the quote-unquote other end of it. It's a circle, it doesn't have ends. Other end of it to help keep it steady and do his own bit of lifting on it.
I know this is rather peculiar, but it's like I'm seeing a dream while being awake.
Ooh.
Wouldn't be honestly of what's been happening to us lately. Maybe I'm just too exhausted, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah, we'll worry about it later.
Yeah, a lot of things to talk about later, huh?
Yeah. We'll get to that.
Alright, lads. Defensive detail. Come on. He says to the rest of them. They accompany you guys as you swim up to the boat. There's another checking numbers here.